say he may have 5 personas. But we are going live with that blue button with the 3 people in the chat. How's it going, Warlords? I'm the Dark Briton. As always, I'm joined with the lads as a man is just shaking his sword like crazy. Metaphor to be taken seriously in that sense. But how is it going, lads? How's it going?
I mean, I'm about to pass out. I think I used to a donut or two.
Yeah, you started off really hard on that one.
Good morning! Love doing it in the morning!
How's it going, everyone? We are here for a One Piece manga chapter 1073. Most manga don't even make it to 70s, and we're in 1073. It's crazy. It's wild. Oh my god. And we are on break. I unfortunately saw 14 days away. Unfortunately. That is the life of a week-to-week person. I know.
Yep.
So, before we jump in, and it looks like the name of the chapter is exactly what we had originally glossed over. Samurai Drew had texted us this afterwards, but Miss Bocking, which is Edward Weevil's mother, is more than likely Buckingham Stussy, the original lady from the Mads, and more than likely Weevil is a clone of Whitebeard.
Did not, yeah, you're totally right. Forgot about that one. Forgot about the whole, but we've met her like twice.
Wow.
We've met her,
now, that is new information to me. The one I was trying to say I was gonna say was Bunny is likely a Big Mom clone.
potentially, but more than likely, what we're talking. And what the genesis was during our conversation, Buckingham Stussy, Miss Bocking, has been in the game since after pre-time skip. Weevil's chasing after and killing all of the Whitebeard crew. And yeah, she has fallen into the trope of Oda women. They go in 2 lines. There's not a like standard middle Oda, she gets older type of growth. She either goes like incredibly hot, yes, I'm talking about my baby girl Shaki, or they go the big mom / bucking route, and it just is now hit. So yeah, that's the current state of affairs with One Piece. More than likely, Edward Weevil's mother is a mad scientist whammon who's just going around stealing money and being a scientist, crazy mad scientist lady.
Or he is the clone of Whitebeard, and it didn't go very well. It wasn't a very good clone.
So a failed clone of Whitebeard.
Yeah, it's
That
like,
would make sense.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh, you got it wrong. I'm so sorry. It's like a defect, but he's like still super powerful.
Well,
and
he's
that's
been.
why she's her mom. You know, it's like, well, don't throw him out just yet. But I think I have a use for him. Then he's just the strong man for her all of her life.
Well, not only that, it's just within everything that's led up, we've been led to believe that he's maybe just like slow. No, he's just like a defective clone. And now we see what an actual successful clone, quote unquote. That's what they called the. I'm gonna go with succubus. I'm guessing succubus, probably not full vampire.
It'd make more sense because she is sexy.
Mm-hmm.
Succubus would make more sense.
Then putting the people to sleep with all of that. So yeah.
You know, the only thing that doesn't really match up with Buckin and
Ooh.
Stussy or whatever, right? The old lady and Stussy is that the old lady seems kind of dunce. Like she seems like kind of not in reality. You know, like she's like there's nobody that would like. She doesn't seem like she's trustworthy. Yet Stussy, you know what I mean? Like the Stussy.
Are you calling Stussy trustworthy? She's double crossing the double crossers. What are you talking?
Right, wait, how do I say this? Who's smarter? Okay, old Stussy or new or young Stussy?
Oh, probably young Stussy, right?
Right, because old Stussy just kind of seems like a fool a little bit. Like, yeah, she's like kind of smart because she's like playing a manipulative game, but in reality, she's kind of a fool.
I'd probably say the same with like any of the old Mads now that they're older. Like Queen was probably way smarter back in the day. Like
And
Judge,
he was making a goof of himself.
yeah. And now he's just like this big old goofball. Like zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. I don't think he was zooming around back then. He was probably like zippy, zippy, zip. I don't know. I'm being stupid. Okay. Any other? So
That's the only thing that doesn't match up for me.
that's fair. But as far as theories go, it's been a while since we're just like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think the last one was like Yamato's devil fruit was like the Kirin or something, and everyone was like, oh, that makes sense. And now we're just like, oh yeah, never mind, it wasn't that. So in this, it makes the most sense, and with starting chapters 1073, Miss Buckingham Stussy, 5 minutes in, yeah, and we have a Germa's cover page again, so we'll see how this goes. An emotionless excursion. Winner of the Mobile Peace Prize for GP flowers that bloom out of gunpowder. Wait, what? So we have Vegapunk with a really weird face.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so that makes sense. So he's taking a photo, and behind him, cannons are shooting at each other. So he made a flowers out of gunpowder. That's interesting.
It's kind of an ugly panel. You know, it's like all like lopsided, and I'm like looking at which way is which, and some people are like horizontal. I'm a little confused at this one. I like why is Vegapunk sideways? I wonder.
Oh, he's like leaning. But here's the big picture. This is showing us why Mads broke up. He was trying to be a person of peace. And then you have these three dunces down here in the corner who are literally like a plague, human clones for mass murder, and devil fruit.
Making flowers.
Yeah, like, and he's out here making flowers, and they're just like cringing like none other. This is very interesting.
He's like the real life Bugs Bunny or something, you know, instead of like, you know, he like shoots them and then it's like bang, you know, but instead it's like a bunch of flowers. Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it.
Maybe.
And it's kind of like, it's so epic too. It's like, imagine him like roll into the battlefield and like everybody shooting guns at him and then all turn into flowers around him, you know? That would be badass.
Well, he's like the ultimate warrior for peace from the sounds of it, so.
So how does that work? He must spray something in the air, and then that's what does it?
No, it says GP flowers that bloom out of gunpowder. So, you shoot the gun and then it turns into a flower. From the looks of it.
Yeah, I misunderstood.
Yeah. So with that, we're gonna jump in because those Mad Lads, and it's a great parallel because you have the cover story in Mads with what we're about to find out with Stussy. So, all right, fine. There's only 15 pages. Oh, we all get 5.
Okay.
Oh, all right, jumping in, and it looks like we are at the Fabro phase. The Fabro phase. Yeah, down where everything else is, and it's a complete mess. Kaku's down. I can't wrap my head around this. And she's licking her face. Paper art image, and he goes like, comes through her. So when you don't understand something, your first move is to kill it. Fair, very, very fair. Any panel by panel, gentlemen, I think it's pretty straightforward.
I'm surprised this paper art after image is working on Lucci, but Lucci's obviously not taking it very seriously. He's still in his even form.
True, that is true. He hasn't gone all
He
wiry.
doesn't have hockey around his little finger right there. He's like, he's definitely going easy on her, which maybe he likes her. That'd be interesting.
Or he's just tired from fighting
I
Luke.
don't think Lucci is gonna like anybody. I don't think Lucci never likes anyone. It could be maybe he's just trying to see what she's made of.
Let me have my fan. Okay. No, you're right. No, Lucci has a girlfriend, and it is Stussy. It's official.
It's official. Let Drew have his weird theories. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump on to the next one. And, oh, Lucci. Okay, she took out her lipstick. You're such a wildcat. Oh, speaking of Drew and his little fantasies. Sea Prism Stone. And she, like, catches him. And then she comes up and bites him. So how is she doing? It looks like she did some, like, Robin, like, clone jutsu stuff. Or she just turned up behind him. I'm not really sure. So she hit him with the Sea Prism.
After the after image thing, she goes behind him.
Okay. So you have the after image, and then not only that, she hits him with the 1-2. Buckle my shoe. Took a, the nice little tap tap. She is effective. Yep. I like it. So little pigeon's getting a little scared there. Not sure if there's something hanging off it or not. But she has the bite. Karu, you dirty. I'm not stupid enough to fight fair against men as powerful as you two. Karu. But you'll forgive me, won't you? I will, depending on whose side you're on. I only have 2 pages left. I don't like this. This is amazing.
They're like some really big enemies for us. Thank you.
Right? And we don't even know who they called to help them get off the island. So we still have that. It could be actually Buckingham Stussy and Weevil, who's on the island. We didn't even touch that one.
Can I just say something really quick?
Go ahead.
Kaku and Lucci really put up a fight, and we're glad for they put up their best, and at the end of the day, I think they can have their heads held high for their showing here in Egghead, But now, Oda has found a great way to put him down. It's a very interesting way to put him down instead of Luffy and Zoro rinse and repeat. They kind of like got him a little bit, and then boom, Stussy came in for finished him off for him, basically.
Well, it doesn't seem forced, if anything.
I love it. Love it, love it.
It works.
Wait, so everything that's happening here, Zoro is watching everything, right?
We're about to find out. Okay.
That is very fair. Zoro's just chilling, like, bitch, you ain't biting me.
Oh my god! Wow.
Oh, Brooke is over there. I guarantee if Brooke is there, he's blushing. I guarantee you, Brooke is like, but she can't suck my blood. Yo-ho-ho-ho-ho. All right, I've got only 2 pages left.
Okay.
What? I say, what's going on over there? Why is CP0 fighting CP0? Are you infighting? This is Stussy. Okay, who's she talking to? The other 2 are asleep now. Oh, wonderful news. Stussy's solved that problem for us. York, wake up. Okay, so... And that was... And we have... I want to... Pythagoras and York. And looks like York was doing stress eating for everyone. Good. Thank you, York. Alright, going down to the bottom. So what the heck does this mean? She took down Rob Lucci. He couldn't have seen that coming. She's been on our side for over 2 decades of undercover work. You had a spy in the top secret intelligence agency? Not by design, but that's how it ended up.
The winds of fate, and how they change. It's like, it's random.
So it was a mistake.
It was a mistake. Exactly. It was a really happy happenstance, and to the point of before we even turn the page, Zoro's literally just standing there, just like, okay, what's going on? I'm going on to my last. Oh my God, Robin's booty. I mean, Robin's her butt. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. That was the outfits keep throwing me off when we see them from like a little further away. They really do, but they're much appreciated. I'm going on to my final page 5. But we have a problem, Doctor. Lucci and I are on the same authority level. I can't override the orders he gave the Seraphim. There's no way to stop them. You did enough, Stussy. We're on our way out now. And then you have the Thinker and Evil Lilith. And And then we have Zoro. If we don't stop those kids, they're going to bring that building down on top of our crew. Indeed, but tell me, don't they seem familiar to you? Yo-ho-ho-ho. So you have Baby Kuma, Baby Jinbei. That's exactly what I was thinking. Especially one guy in particular, Baby Mihawk. Oh my goodness. Okay. You're gonna go from 6 to 10. And this is my turn to just lay back and start squealing.
Alright.
I love One Piece.
Okay. Moving on to page 6. Damn it. They totally ruined the lab. Though I guess it does make it easier to get out now. Okay. Yes, freedom. Oh, so is Lilith going out on her own? Or is she together with the other, what's his name again? The other Vegapunk.
I know
I don't
he's a
think she's
thinker.
together.
He's a thinker. He was
Yeah.
running out there with her.
Oh, Edison. I think
Edison,
right?
thank you. Yes. After Thomas. Yeah. Excellent.
Okay. Hey, Seraphim. Oh, and Baby Mihawk is ready to strike. But looks like Zoro will be there on time or not. Okay, moving on to the next page.
Yeah, I've got nothing.
Yeah, Zoro was able to block the attack.
Ooh!
That's a good looking panel right there.
Yeah.
Baby Mihawk sweating though.
I love that.
The clash there. Oh. Okay.
There's no black electricity. Okay, so no conquerors here. This is very regular ass sword blow.
Yeah, he's not taking the conqueror to the kid. Like he.
No.
Now that I get a better look at you, you're actually a little more human than him.
Is that a slight?
Because there's fear in his eye. That's why. He's
What?
never seen that before in Mihawk. Look at that. Because look at his limbs right here.
Interesting.
Mihawk shows no emotion. He's like, his lips are sealed the entire time.
Very
That's a really
interesting.
good point. That's an awesome comment from Zoro.
Oh yeah, it's
Love
super
that.
cool.
Love that. And that really humanizes these Seraphim too.
That is a great point. I'm very interested if it's really going to come out. The humanization of the Seraphim as compared to their counterparts. Because remember Bartholomew Kuma, the tyrant, and now you're going to have Baby Kuma and how he turns out. I mean, little Boa is this little adorable like, are they going to be more human than the actual? Definitely, Baby Moria and Baby Dofi are going to be more human, hopefully. But like, I'm so excited.
You know how they have those chains of command?
Mm-hmm.
Well, wouldn't the ultimate thing to do is to remove that, and then they can just have free will on their own, and then that would make them so that the Gorosei couldn't control them.
Well,
Like,
that's what.
that would be the master plan for Vegapunk to do, is give them free will, and then all of a sudden you have a sick ass baby crew of pirates. It'd be so cool. I think we talked about that last time, so I don't want to get too crazy into it again.
Just like baby pirates, just wrecking. It's like a Teen Titans. It's like
Yeah, it'd be like Teen Titans.
With that being said, Segrain, go ahead and take us on to our next part.
Alright.
Teen
So
Titans.
who are
go.
you? That gave me such a scare. I'll handle this. Okay. Oh, I think they're almost there. Edison and York, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it Lilith? Alright. Moving on to the next page. Seraphim, stop fighting now. Edison. Okay. So he's yelling, "Stop fighting now." Edison. Why is he saying Edison at the end?
No, I think Edison got blown up. Seraphim, stop fighting now. Baby Jimbei sends the beam, and he gets blown up at now. Edison, did he get mean him? That was close. Sanji saved him. Okay, so Sanji saved him.
Oh.
Thank you. I didn't understand that at all.
Yeah, I was also confused about that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay, keep going.
Okay. And the Seraphim has stopped too. What are these things? Someone explain. I placed the prison stone on Luchi and Kaku. Shaka.
Shaka.
Okay, Shaka the good. Okay. Thank you, Stacy. We're going to escape the island. Come with us. Understood.
What?
Hey, you just added.
What?
Hey, you just added more to the total. But okay, we'll just stop saying that. Alright. And Luffy is still looking for Bonnie.
And
Bonnie,
Vegapunk.
where do you go? Old man Punk. We can't live on the ship without you. Okay.
Oh my goodness! It's all resolved. What is going?
But an incident had occurred. Old man.
What is? Keep reading. I'm just reacting. Keep reading. Unless he froze.
I think he froze.
Okay.
I didn't freeze.
Okay. Then keep reading so we know you didn't freeze. Go ahead.
I didn't. Yeah, I'm done with that page 9.
Yeah.
Dr. Vegapunk's Stella was nowhere to be found. Okay. Next. Oh.
Alright.
Oh my
Next
God.
page.
Yeah.
What?
It looks like, is it a flashback or
Nope, we're not in a flashback. No darkened panels.
a different island? Okay. Sphinx, New World, hometown of Whitebeard, the pirate. You should have seen it. It was really scared. Not me. I wasn't scared. Okay. The Navy came marching into the town and pushed us around. I'm really sorry to hear about that, kids. That must have been quite a fright. It's not your fault, Marco. Those Navy guys were real jerks. They said they were gonna confiscate Whitebeard's treasure, like a bunch of pirates.
There you go.
Behave yourselves and no one has to get hurt. Okay, so the Navy came to confiscate. So did they get the treasure?
We don't know, and it looks like it's going back into a backflash too. So, Samurai Drew, let's go ahead and head into this backflash.
Hey.
And for those who for those who are in the stream, if you can, go ahead and like and subscribe the stream. It really does help us out. Also, go ahead and leave your thoughts on what's going to happen in this final portion of the flashback.
Now we have a comically evil-looking man.
Oh God.
This guy looks just evil, awful. He would scare kids at a birthday party for sure. This country is unaffiliated with the world government. Okay, let me try that again. This country is unaffiliated with the world government. The law doesn't protect you here. We know Whitebeard left a vast treasure here. And there's like, it looks like they're like burning the town and going crazy. If you guys don't tell us where it is, that's grounds for execution. Now, if we shoot you one at a time, will that help you remember? And he's pointing a gun at a child, and the kids go, ah! And then here's the kid that gets in between, and he goes, there's no such thing here. Don't point your gun at my brother. And the old lady goes, oh, so you won't even treat us like human beings unless we pay tribute to the government? You're a pack of monsters.
Tell him, Granny. She's gonna die, but tell him.
Yeah. And so here's the evil guy again. You really want me to talk like that? When Marco isn't around to protect you? Grab her! And so all the soldiers grab this woman. He's like, come on, okay. Ah, stop it! Put me down! Right now! And he goes, like he's just ready to kill somebody just for any old reason. He's like, oh yeah, here we go. Stop it! She's just an old woman! Again, ma! And it's like, da-da, da-da, da-da. Huh? We got anything for this? On to the next page.
Nothing.
Boo! Leave my daddy's home! And we got Weevil coming in right at the last minute, looking like a hero. Which, I love this. I love this. And even if it's all set up, even if it's like he's set up, you know, like he was comically evil. Even if it was set up, this is such a great, I love this so much. So Weevil is a hero right now. Leave my daddy's home. Hello! And then he just smashes him in like he just has like the perfect flash. He just punches everyone in one go. Boom, 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 boom. They all like smash into the back of the canyon there. Captain Rattle! Ah! Edward! And so the Navy's like, you know, chittering their teeth around, they're all scared. And
As they should be.
Yeah, anything on that?
I'm just enjoying life right now. This is great. So this is also a flashback too. So this has happened some point hopefully in the last few months or so. But Weevil's actually in Fink's Island and is no longer there. So I'm guessing he's already left.
So Marco wasn't around, which means either before Marco returned from Wano or while he was at Wano. So it's in between the time he left for Wano and before he came back.
But thank you, Segrain, because if anything, that just shows that it was during Wano when this happened, not before or after. So this is perfect. So it was during Wano. Excellent. And we now know when this happened. So this is very recent. Okay.
Oh, we're on to the next page.
Let's go.
Weevil! And everyone's running away. I thought they sent battleships after him when the Warlords were disbanded. We can't get in touch with the entire squadron. They're all down. His strength is just that monstrous. Back to the ship. Wait for reinforcements. This is Sphinx. Former Warlord Weevil is here, requesting backup. And so Weevil.
Woo!
And the Navy runs away with its tail between its legs, asking for backup. And so the kids go, if that big guy didn't show up, this village would have been done for. And he's a hero. I'm glad everyone's alright. But it doesn't end there, Marco. Who do you think came after that?
Woo!
Here's suckers! Here's suckers!
Okay.
I'm so glad we had this conversation before all this. I'm so glad we had that conversation.
What's that? Oh, the bucking one?
Yeah.
Yeah, or else we've been like, oh, bucking's here. Dude, this has to be Whitebeard. Okay, we'll see. Okay, ready, set, page 14. Oh my god, I just saw page 15. And you can try not to look at page 15.
Oh my god.
That's not 15.
I know.
It's page 14.
But it's 14, but try not to look at 15.
Okay. So you've seen it already.
Okay, ready? Admiral Rikiyu showed up and all our efforts were in vain. took my Weevil away. Get my son back. And while you're at it, hand over the estate of the Whitebird Newgate. Former rock-fired self-styled scientist, Mads freeloader Miss Bucket, aka Buckingham Stussy.
Mads freeloader. Oh my god, yes! Not only that, but this is someone who probably took the cloning, probably took everything that those dudes were working on. Clones, he's probably a cyborg, took it from Queen, probably has some weird devil fruit powers, took it from Caesar. Like, she just took all they stuff and ran. Oh my god, yes! I love One Piece so much. This is so much fun.
So basically, like, they're like, you're just stealing all our shit.
Yes!
Wow.
Yes!
Okay, freeloader, Miss Buckingham Stussy, love that. And then we see a little flashback. Weevil! So government's taking them away. So then he goes, you don't believe that Whitebeard and Weevil are really related, do you, Marco? Well, I know just the person who can prove it to you, and that's Dr. Vegapunk. Okay, and then I'm going, sorry, man, now I gotta go over to the next page. Sent to prison for protecting his own father's village. My poor, sweet, brave boy, my son with Newgate. I'm really grateful to him for saving the village. I can tell you that much. And, okay, then, so I just read it wrong. But, then she goes, yeah, so, wait, you don't believe he's Whitebeard's son? Dr. Vegapunk would know, okay? And so, that goes back to what I was saying. Okay, come on. Weevil is Whitebeard's clone. Come on. Okay. Now on to page 15. Hi, Kizaru. Kizaru.
What
Something
the
to eat with the tea. Yeah, okay. Kizaru. There's something to eat with the tea. I trust you had this tested for poison drugs? Of course, sir. I'll take it to him.
Wait.
You may go now. Yes, sir. And so we got the Marine and the World Government ships flying. And we got Kizaru right here. Just out of curiosity, have you ever met Dr. Vegapunk before? I have. Just once, a long time ago. But I must say that I find his turn of events to be most regrettable. And so now, we finally really meet one of the 5 elders, the highest authority in the world, Saint J. Garcia Saturn.
I wonder, Drew.
Saint J. Garcia Saturn?
They have a planet name, so Drew, I'm gonna go ahead and let's just say, here's to a sip and discuss, a toast to kicking butt, because whoever has not been on this channel before should know that Samurai Drew maybe just got the best thing he's ever gotten in his theory of all theories. In that these MFs are from space.
Sorry, one more time.
They're from space.
Yes. So each of the elders, and this one's Saturn, then do we have a Mars, do we have a Jupiter, do we have a Pluto?
And there he goes.
Yeah.
Get it.
J. Garcia, Saint J. Garcia. That is somebody we just don't know about because we haven't watched Troy's channel yet.
That's fair.
But Saint J. Garcia sounds so historical.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like J. Garcia is Saturn, and this guy has the staff, and we can assume because all these elders have battle scars, so they're all fighters.
Potentially, that's fair. That is very fair. We don't know if they are we don't know if they're celestial dragons or if they're humans that the former Marines or something that celestial dragons were like, we're making you one of us. Or sorry, that Im-sama was like, you're one of mine now. So we have no idea where they come from. I just love the fact that
I think there should be more than that.
We hope. I just love the fact that we're about to have an engagement. The Straw Hats are about to meet an elder.
I really like the idea that all the elders all have the same devil fruit, which is that it lets you have every single devil fruit ability that has ever been made. Like, that would be insane.
Kind of like a Swiss, kind of like how Baby Five's fruit was for weapons, but it just turns you into anything.
Yes. But like they all have like every single devil fruit, and then there's like super powerful or something. I don't know. They have to be fighters, right?
We don't know. I'm very interested in what we're going to get from this, because contextually, let's just say, this is our first named one out of the 5. So that's one. And 2, to your point of like the whole space and all of that stuff, like, are all of their last names like Saturn? Are all of their last names X, Y, and Z? Are we gonna get like, are they actually celestial dragons that became these people? I don't think so, because the celestial dragons don't seem to know about Eam. So like Eam would have to pull from outside of the celestial dragons. If that makes sense. But in that
question is, right?
If you have a devil fruit, it has to be something way broken.
I don't know about that. Drew?
Is Kizaru stronger than Jay Garcia?
I don't know. He might be an escort. Like, that's... Oh! Looky!
For the late appearance, but yeah, finally. So what were we talking about again?
Saint Jay Garcia Saturn, the 5 elders, highest in the world, and then you
Oh God! Oh God!
What do you think?
Okay, one thing. So I was lurking a little bit in the stream earlier. I did notice you guys were going the planet angle, but immediately when I heard that, I was thinking of the god, the Roman god. So I thought, wait a minute, what if all of them are based off of different god names? Yes, Saturn is based off a Roman god.
Ooh. Okay. That kind of...
I think that makes a bit more sense. So we'll have a Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune as their last names. So as their surnames, Saturn, Jupiter, Neptune, and maybe Uranus. Uranus.
It's a shonen. It's a shonen. There's gonna be a Uranus. We're gonna get one.
Guys.
Of course.
Okay, there's a Saint Garcia, but it's very easy to think that you could do like a J Garcia on that, right? On a Garcia, because we got Gonzalo Garcia, was a lay brother of the Phoenicians from Portuguese. Blah blah blah. He died as a Christian martyr in the 16th century in the Shogun of Japan. And
Ooh,
that's very interesting.
And was canonized a saint along with his companions, the 26 martyrs of Japan.
Does he have a scar on his eye?
Thing.
Or at least, or what is his hair like? I would say between those two features.
He's bald.
Okay, never mind.
Oh.
He doesn't look like him.
That would have been fun. Oh, that would have... If we're just like figuring it out on stream. So...
But I like the idea of that, though.
Oh yeah, it's a really good idea. And in that context, so for the Sip and Discuss, that was our 5 elders little rant. Any other thoughts? Because there's really... there's one thing that we didn't touch on during the actual reaction that Bakin said, and then that I want to touch on before we get to all the other craziness.
I mean, I guess since I wasn't here during that, I do want to mention, I didn't think they were literally just going to reveal, like, this chapter, like, oh, yeah, no, Miss Bucking, 100% Buckingham's Tootsie.
Yeah.
I did not think they were going to do that, but...
Well, you mentioned the theory in the stream when last week, and we were all like,
yeah.
oh, that's really good. And then Grand Line Review literally made the connection. Her name is Buckingham. And it's just like, and I was like, oh my god, it's just so. And then again, next chapter, and for her to be the freeloader, specifically said, and what did they say in this? What did they call it in the scans? Because we call her freeloader here.
Basically it's the same thing. From the scans, it was former rock pirate, self-proclaimed scientist, Mads, freeloader, Miss Buckingham Stutzy.
Mm-hmm. So when we saw Mads and that whole boy band thing, she was the one that was turned from behind. And again, it seems like they probably made a clone of her, and then she tried to make a clone of Whitebeard. I don't take away that they were probably hooking up, because damn, look at her, especially from back then, and Whitebeard, obviously. Those two blondes were definitely just all over each other. Those golden blondes.
No, I think it's very. Oh God, I don't know. I think we're definitely going the angle that Weevil is a clone, or even kind of a failed clone, supposedly.
Well, my point is that Weevil happened when she joined when she joined Mads. There was a separation between her with Newgate and then her joining Mads. So she wouldn't even have the opportunity to have Weevil until way later on. So there's like a separation of time, actually, unless she pulled some like ace stuff with him, which is not. No. So I'm saying like they could have definitely hooked up, but there was definitely time between her and them hooking up and way later making Weevil and saying, oh, this is your baby. And he's like, that baby don't look like me.
She doesn't go, King can prove this, Caesar can prove this, whoever else, Queen can prove this. You know, they have Queen in lockup right now. She goes, Dr. Vegapunk can prove this. And that is why it pumps me up that he is a clone. And maybe it's even more messed up than that. Maybe she made a clone of Whitebeard's DNA and her DNA and put it together and made their own baby, a clone baby, without his permission.
I mean, by that's technically Whitebeard's son.
Definitely. But more likely, it's just it's a messed up clone.
Yeah. I really do think it is a messed up or failed clone, either supposedly from her or, I don't know, anyone else from Mads.
It's easier to track down King, whatever, than Dr. Vegapunk, but I don't know.
But and I want to stick with this vein, because with this new baby clone, Green Bull took him is the one who took him.
Okay.
Yeah, Drew, that's what I meant by like we kind of missed over that, we glossed over that in the reaction, because she said,
yeah.
Admiral Ryokuju showed up, and then all our efforts were in vain. So when I was freaking out, that was one of the things. Green Bull came in and took Weevil. That's why she was on the Weevil Mama. So they showed up.
I see.
Green Bull was with those dickhead pirates that were trying to take over, that was trying to seize Whitebeard's treasure. Weevil showed.
Just to stop, Green Bull didn't show up. He showed up as reinforcement.
I'm requesting backup.
Okay, so
yeah.
Either way, he's still there.
But not when this guy's doing all this evil shit. Like if whatever's there, he would not let this guy be acting like this, right?
Yeah, probably.
So Green Bull took a detour while going to Wano.
Interesting. Is that who he was talking to about he'll be right there?
Oh.
When he first showed up, there was all of that connection of like, I'll be right over. And then he came and was dicking around with the Straw Hats, and then he left. Because when he first showed up, there was this transmission of "I'll be right over."
That should explain why he arrived way after the battle has ended.
Because he was probably en route.
We know there's. Yeah, we know there was a fleet of, I think, world government ships, or was it marine ships, right outside Wano. That got blocked, I think, by Shueisha.
Oh, those were world government ships. Those were world government ships.
Yeah, world government ships specifically.
How did Ryukugu? How'd you say that name?
Ryokugu? Just say Green Bull.
Green Bull. Where did you see that Green Bull was there? I don't see that anywhere.
Top of page 14.
I don't know if Ryokugu. Oh, yeah, okay. It's like that. Big letters. Alright, got it. Shut up in all after vain. You took my wheel away. Oh, yeah, so that admiral must be a badass. He's like.
Yeah, it was just kind of overshadowed by former Rocks pirate self-centered scientist, self-styled scientist. So that was kind of like, it was overshadowed. Granted, I was literally freaking out, and then it's like Green Bull took my son away. It was like, okay, Green Bull is stronger than Weevil, confirmed.
So that Pokemon battle has been decided.
Snorlax versus, I don't know, a grass type.
Yeah. Venusaur. Okay. Weevil. Oh yeah, why did they just leave Miss Buckin there? Why did they just leave her?
He didn't just take her. He probably didn't realize who it was. Probably didn't realize she was a Rocks pirate.
Or
just here's some little old lady.
She hid.
Yeah.
She hid.
That would make more sense.
Maybe she hid somewhere.
I mean, come on. Okay, out of the vote, how many of you guys think that Weevil is either half or a full clone of Whitebeard?
So let's also make this the poll.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Let's make this the poll to decide.
So,
is he a clone or is he not? I mean, we're all thinking he's at least kind of a clone in some kind of way.
So what is it? Clone or biological child?
I think, at least for me, or at least...
I think more of a failed clone. A failure.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna say, we haven't gotten there yet. We'll say that'll be a question.
Clone or not clone? We're gonna say failed clone.
We can debate how much of a clone he is of Whitebeard, but we can all agree that he's... we could all just say he's definitely a clone, or most likely one.
Some people may not. So,
I don't know. I feel like there's still a chance that, you know, he could be the actual son, but I don't know. I'm not sure if that exactly matches up with everything timeline-wise.
Clone's winning. That's all I could say.
Now that we've been introduced to, like, clones to see, and there's a potential for more clones out there, Bunny being one of them, I'm more convinced that he's a clone than a biological child.
Oh yeah, I mean, Drew was texting us the last week of Luffy being a clone, and I'm just like, I'm done with you.
Oh yeah, no.
But now everyone's a clone. Everyone can be a clone now.
Okay.
Yeah. Ace was a clone. Nami was a clone.
Well, even before we got into that, remember the numbers.
It's not Ace. Ace was in the belly of his mom for 12 years or whatever before she spit him out. Like we know that Ace isn't a clone. Roger got the business there. That was a natural baby.
But remember when the numbers looked oddly like the old samurai, and everyone's like, they're clones, and that was even before we got into the Clone Wars.
God damn it!
Don't you love the idea that Luffy doesn't have a mom and Dragon is just like the only dad, and he knew the Mads people?
Well,
that would be kind of interesting. Like Luffy literally doesn't have a mom, and it's like Dragon's DNA mixed with something. I don't know. It's just like dragon's son, actual cloned son or something. I don't know.
Well, thankfully, I'm sure Crocodile is thankful that the theory of them being as Luffy's mother is no longer valid in the thing.
I'm sure people are still going to write that until we get a definitive proof on it.
Why would Luffy's mom want to kill him? It wouldn't make any sense. That's the only problem I have with that. Because Crocodile wanted to kill Luffy. And no one, he like stabbed him right through the belly. Like, I'm sure his mom, no matter, wouldn't do that. Stab your son. Even if you're evil.
We're in One Piece, my dude. I don't know. So as we get into this last 10 minutes, I still want to keep us somewhat in the peripheral as far as what we need to talk about, because we haven't talked about Zoro having this really interesting exchange with Baby Mihawk and talking about how he looks more human. And it's we touched briefly on it. This can be an actual discussion, but are the Seraphim going to be more human, if you will, than their Warlord counterparts? I would say definitely in regards to Baby Moria, Baby Dofi for sure. Baby Dofi for sure. I'm interested. I'm interested what Doflamingo growing up was going to look like actually as a god. Oh, yes. Oh, I want that. I want that.
It could also be that there's not a Dofi clone, and these are all the clones.
Don't take this from me. Don't you dare. No, because Kobe and them have one, so don't take that from me. There's at least one other one.
That's true.
Don't take...
So, Mihawk, Baby Mihawk, and Zoro are going to be on the same ship.
Oh!
My God.
And they're going to be friends. And they're going to be sharpening their swords together. And maybe he'll be able to teach little Mihawk something about his dad. And, they are going to be so remember the Gorosei are the top of the chain for these Seraphim? Mm-hmm. If they don't take out that damn protocol, they're gonna get the Gorosei is right there. They will get controlled by the highest level of authority immediately if they don't give them free will right now.
That may be the reason this guy is coming right now. To get the Seraphim. Since
I forgot. That literally is the only thing that circumvents the punks.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
Like, he's on the way.
Yeah.
He's like, have you ever met Vegapunk?
I think they're already there. They should be outside the island.
I mean, God, it's really hard to tell. I mean, who knows? We could easily see the Straw Hats next chapter, leaving scot-free, and then, I don't know, the Gorosei arriving late or something. A number of things could happen.
But
I hope, because I need Jinbei and Baby Jinbei on the same ship.
Detail.
And that's
You need a key detail. Vegapunk is nowhere to be found currently.
Oh, yeah. Mysteriously.
Oh, yeah, we haven't talked about that. He's
So
like
they have to find him.
Well,
we don't know we don't know where he is. The last time we saw him, I think, was when Bunny was about to touch the bubble.
yeah, I was about to say that's where they're at. They're in the facility looking at Kuma's memories. So the incident that happened is more than likely Bonnie finding out her true birth or whatever. Or if she's actually a clone. Because that's where they were looking for him. What page is this? They were looking for him and it said an incident had occurred. But an incident had occurred. Dr. Vegapunk Stella was nowhere to be found. Bottom of page 9. So that...
Yeah.
So Bonnie learned something and they went somewhere. Mm-hmm. Whether that is to where Kuma actually is now, which is on the red line. So that hopefully now ties in Kuma climbing the red line and Bonnie now coming over. I don't know, but I need Baby Jinbei and Big Jinbei on the same boat. I need it. I need Jinbei to.
But then how?
Actually,
There are 3 things being talked about. 1 second, Drew.
How come the Stellas can't, ring a ding ding getting a little radio call.
That's actually a good
style.
point.
I don't understand that. So that kind of means that maybe it's like they're unconscious.
Or
Like, that'd be like why they couldn't communicate. Because even if it's really far away, like they could still communicate with them.
That's fair. Sigrain and then Cool Kid, because everyone tried jumping in. So sorry.
Yeah,
Let's iron that out.
Okay.
Cool kid.
You know, I
Yeah,
was trying to think. Oh, no, wait. Go Supreme.
Go ahead,
Do your
quick.
thing.
You guys are not gaming. Oh my god, can I please Cool kid, please finish your thought.
Okay. I was thinking about, wait a minute. How many people are going to not be on the Sunny right now plus the Straw Hats? Because we got the 6 satellites, we got the Stootsie clone, and then we got the 4 other, Seraphims. So that's like 11 people.
I'm less on the Seraphim train just because the Celestial Dragon's there. But Sigrain, go ahead and you're finished it.
Yeah.
What was your thought?
Oh yeah, I think I agree with what Drew said about either they're unconscious, because how would they how would they go to where Kuma is right now? There's no means of transport that will take them there.
That we know of.
The teleportation stuff doesn't work outside the island. So it's either also are we sure that bubble is the one that contains Kuma's memory?
The Vegapunk said that.
Could be what?
Pretty sure Vegapunk said that. Or at least, I mean, that was the entire discussion of him putting his memories into the bubble. So to your point, maybe not, but it just seems a little weird, structure-wise.
I was thinking if it doesn't contain the memories, then it should be something else. That if there is something that is gonna like teleport them to where Kuma is, then probably that bubble is something else apart from the memories.
It could. Who knows? It could be like an automatic teleportation thing to get to him. It was his pod. We have no idea about the powers. All we know is that last week, we decided that those were in fact his ears and not his hair. So I mean, that's the only definitive thing that we really found out last chapter.
No, that's. You mean these things?
Yeah.
That's his hair.
Everyone
Oh
voted.
my God.
Everyone voted it was his ears.
No, everyone voted his hair. And also, when we see a flashback of him holding up Bonnie, he doesn't have them.
Fair. Very fair.
Yeah, but fair enough, I guess. Oh, wait, since I wasn't here last week, let me just say this. Flashback Kuma's shades, totally awesome.
The what?
Yeah, remember in the flashback sequence he had those shades?
Flashback sequence.
Yeah, in last chapter, Kuma's shades.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I just totally did with them.
Like his sunglasses when he was talking to Vegapunk?
Yeah.
No, that's good. Let's finish up with either Vampire or Succubus Stussy in Zoro just being like, what the hell's going on? That could be our final convo.
Actually,
Or what are you thinking?
About Stussy and possibly her having, I don't know, a vampire devil fruit or whatever. I actually think it might not be it. So, okay, this whole situation is kind of like, you remember how Perospero, his devil fruit, was basically the candy fruit, but since a filler villain already had it, they had to basically change its name to something else?
Mm-hmm.
So I think the situation might be the same thing here, because there was already a filler villain with the vampire devil fruit. So they might be like, okay, here's basically the vampire devil fruit, just with a different name.
Yeah, Succubus. Succubuses are basically vampires.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to certain.
But yeah, vampire. Wait, in the One Piece game, really old video game, there's already a devil fruit of a vampire, and Oda does not make devils of even non-canon devil fruits. He makes them slightly different. So
yeah, that's probably where it's going. A succubus, or I don't know, some other probably mythological creature I'm forgetting about.
Interesting. All very interesting. What are your thoughts, Drew? Go ahead.
Okay, everybody's favorite standout character from this chapter.
Well, here's the thing. We're making it sound like this is the end of the Egghead arc. Do we think we're coming into the end of the arc, right? Are we getting into this discussion already? Because we were doing that for a while in Wano. How long do you think until we're done? I feel like we're about to end how it feels like.
Like honestly, if I gotta be straight up with you, I could easily see next chapter just, everyone sailing off. It completely. We could just see everyone already has been sailed off and everything. I could totally see that happening.
It's just like, if it has that just dynamic of like, are we done? I feel refreshed, but also like hopeful. Like, what do I want more, or do I not? Do I need like a Vegapunk backstory that's 5 chapters?
No, I think we just need one chapter. Okay. I was trying to interrupt you guys for this one. Okay. Harry Potter, Dumbledore, memories, right? And then puts it into the chamber pot.
Yes.
And Dumbledore can actually go in with Harry into that sequence and walk around into a memory with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Vegapunk, okay, they can't reach him, right? But they could if they would just telecommunicate. But he must be unconscious.
Inside the bubble.
They're both inside the bubble, or taking an old straw, a little stroll down memory lane. Okay, this is sci-fi technology. They are inside of the memory, walking around and experiencing these things. And Vegapunk is going to be like a fucked up editor. Like if they read the memories or something.
Here that makes it even more interesting because that now allows the Straw Hats to get away with all the satellites, but needing to come back to rescue Vegapunk because he'll be captured in essence. And he's the main one. So now that now separates him to allow them to have to, because thematically it did not make any sense that we were going to have all the Stellas and Vegapunk on one ship. It makes more sense that you have all the Stellas and Vegapunk separated. It makes so much more sense. I mean, that's the same thing dynamically as like Kinemon and Momo. Because they're the same individual, why would you have the same individual?
And I mean, it's not like all the Stella bodies need to be, near Vegapunk. I presume they could be as far away as Vegapunk as possible, and they would function perfectly fine.
So now we have someone that we need to rescue. I could not see us wanting to going through all that to rescue a Stella. I can see us going through all that to rescue Vegapunk.
No.
Sorry, York. Don't see us going through hell and high water to rescue you. I can see that for the Stella, though.
Hashtag justice for York.
Justice? You called her a whore? You monster! Just because she takes in everything and puts out everything for everyone.
Oh my god.
You started this. You started it. Anyway.
There's something kind of bugging me. One more thing, if I can.
Go ahead.
Back. The only thing, maybe even one of the last things. Weevil. Who's gonna rescue Weevil? There's no way that that the Straw Hats are gonna rescue Weevil, right? And we know that
I think
Marco is gonna go.
Let him finish.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Marco's gonna go on a one-man journey to get Weevil for some reason. It doesn't make any sense. So how is Weevil gonna get out of this?
Yeah, I heavily doubt it, because look, when it comes to at least Marco, I'm sure he's on his thought right now, like, look, okay, I already left this island, like, for, a couple of days, and then, all hell broke loose, I wasn't able to protect this, unless if someone's right over here protecting here, I can't just leave.
Any of the warlords get captured besides Weevil?
As we know, no. Well, technically,
I mean,
No.
Buggy's technically captured, but in a different kind of way.
yeah, but no one's been caught by the world government that we know so far.
Oh man, sorry, I had to make that
Weevil
joke.
is.
The government.
I think Weevil is gonna like his release or escape is gonna be more of like a coincidence or more of like the way, for example, the way Luffy went to Impel Down and ended up like coming out with a lot of prisoners, Crocodile, Buggy, and a lot more. I think that is, and then at the end, Blackbeard's crew, some of the guys in Blackbeard's crew ended up getting out as a result of like the way Luffy broke out. So I think Weevil's case is might be something similar to that.
Well, it also depends on where they take him.
Wait a bit.
Go ahead.
Wait.
I don't think
You tell
anyone is gonna go save Weevil.
That's fair. Cool kid. Sorry.
Wait a minute. I just, when you're talking about that, I'm like, wait a minute. Are you inferring that Weevil is somehow going to break, I don't know, Doflamingo out of prison or something?
Get out
Or at least
of
cause
here.
a prison
There's
riot?
something like Juggernautish about
Get
Weevil.
out.
You know, there is something like unlimited power.
There could be something that might happen.
Oh, that would be crazy.
The Weevil, Dofi, and a lot of other prisoners will get out.
Britt, do you just hate all this?
No, my mind is just blown right now. Oh, it's just like all of it is just connecting. Cause haven't even thought about how Dofi's gonna get out. Oh my god. Haven't even talked about Garp going head to head with frickin' Blackbeard. Or the fact that that kid is on Elbath. Like, this is just peak One Piece. And I am so happy to just be here.
Or the fact that Law might be dead. already.
Stop. And we got Law with titties, which is even better. So with that, I thank Cool Kid, I thank Segrain, and I thank Samurai Drew for stopping by. We've gotten well over the hour, so this is definitely a good stream to wrap up with. Any final thoughts, gentlemen?
My favorite character of this is Baby Mihawk and the eyes that he gives as he takes down the demonic three-handed swordsman or whatever. I mean, that is a face you make when you're about to shit your pants.
Baby Mihawk becoming
He's like,
senpai
"Oh,
for Zoro.
This guy's good.
Zoro becomes the Mihawk for Baby Mihawk. I love it so much.
Oh my god.
Cool Kid.
Yeah, that's all I want to say.
I guess my final thoughts on the chapter was, well, if this is really the end, I guess this was a short arc, but people didn't expect it to be this short.
Segrain, any final thoughts?
I am not gonna torture myself like we did last time with Wano by expecting when this arc is gonna end. I prefer to go with the flow. Whenever Oda decides, okay, I'm out of gas, that's when I'm also gonna be out of gas.
I've been out of gas for a long time, but I keep coming back. And with that, we are going to be on break next week. Unfortunately, sad tier. Having to dodge spoilers like The Matrix. However, we will be back, and hopefully by then, we'll be learning more about the mysteries of the One Piece universe. I'm the DarkBriton. These are the amazing lads of the Runaway Warlords. And always remember, thank you for joining us. And anime is adulting. Peace.
Sure.
The losers.
That was so